Hi guys, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. For today's reading, we're going to get some messages from your guardian angels. So there will be 3 pile choices for you today. We're going to get your significator card right now to help you choose which pile or piles is going to be offering up some messages for you. So pile number 1, please. Can we get a message from the guardian angel? We have number 1, and I will reveal the messages during the readings. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. Okay, so pause the video. If you need more time to meditate, to choose your pile, just use your intuition, tune into your heart space, ask your guardian angels which pile has a message for you. If there's more than one, that's perfectly fine. Take what resonates for you in each of the readings. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you at your readings. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. So we're asking your guardian angels for some messages today. You were drawn to the DragonFly as well as pile number 1. So let's see what your message is. We have self-criticism. We, your angels, ask that you please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you, and make an effort to replace those negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you are less than perfect. Remember that God and divine perfection exist in all things. With the dragonfly, you're being asked to transform the way that you see and believe and think about yourself. Let's put that up here. Okay. We have hidden truth. Your intuition is revealing hidden truths, so stay aware. Yeah, okay. I feel like the way that you perceive yourself, you may have some low self-esteem. So like your vision is kind of distorted. Your filter's dirty, and it comes from sometime in your childhood. Maybe you were picked on, maybe you were bullied, maybe you didn't feel safe and secure being yourself and expressing yourself. Maybe you felt a little bit different, so you tend to hide who you are. Maybe you're afraid of what other people think. And you're being asked to reveal yourself and to love yourself more. The way that you nurture yourself, the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you see yourself. There's some transformation that needs to take place, and that negative self-thought can be very self-deprecating. Like, it can really wear you down. So whose voice is it that you're hearing? Because you've taken on somebody's perspective of you and claimed it as your truth, as this is the real me, and it's not the real you, because it doesn't feel good. And it's anything that you're doing that makes you feel like you can't be your true self, that's out of alignment with your soul, out of alignment with your path, your purpose. Things that make you feel good, things that excite you, light you up, that you're passionate about, where you can be yourself, you can speak your truth, you can dress how you want, you can wear your makeup how you want, you can, I don't know, love who you want. Those are all in alignment with your true self. And when you get on the correct path, things will start to flow into your life at a faster rate, at a steady flow. Things will just kind of move into alignment quicker and faster, and you'll find yourself in a place where you're so happy, where things just come easy to you, It's a more natural flowing energy. And when you're not yourself, when you hide who you really are, you're not in an alignment with your higher self. And so your guardian angels want you to express your truth, the truth of who you are, opening up your perspective, learning to accept yourself and express your truth. We have clarity through stillness. Find clarity in stillness, meditate, and unlock your intuition. Yeah, I feel like you may like run away from yourself a little bit, which is so sad, because it's like abandoning your inner child, you yourself abandoning your inner child. So at a time where maybe, children are very expressive, they're very free, they're very curious, they're very loving and accepting. And when we are children, if we experience a situation where we feel like being ourselves isn't accepted and it's not good enough, or it's not worthy, it's weird, things like that, we end up trying to hide that part of ourselves, to protect ourselves. And as we get older, it becomes this pattern where we ignore our real truth of who we really are. And it becomes a place where we're unhappy with our life, we're unhappy with our situations, and we become into a place where we feel stuck and very unhappy, and we're not sure how to get out of our unhappiness, or out of our funk, or depression, because you're not, really doing the things that excite you and light you up. And because you've walked away from that part of yourself for so long, you almost forget the things that make you feel good, that make you feel free, that make you feel like yourself, because you don't know that version of yourself anymore. And so when you take some time out to just connect to yourself, find some time in your day to just meditate, to go out in nature, sit with yourself, tune in to your heart space, to reconnect to that part of yourself, to reconnect to your truth, and to see yourself from a different perspective. This is about remembering who you are. Yeah, so you can come into energetic alignment. Align yourself. Align your energy centers. Balance brings clarity and peace. Yeah, so there's this healing journey that you're being asked to go on. Your guardian angels want you to connect and come into alignment with your soul, with your truth, with who you really are. Not trying to please anyone or get approval from anyone outside of yourself. This is really you giving that approval to who you are, and learning to love yourself and appreciate yourself. Appreciate the things that make you different. Especially in like today's world. Like there's so many people who just, do what everybody else says and believes what everybody else believes. They don't really have any connection to themselves to know their truth and to know their own point of view and where it comes from and why they have it through the experience that they themselves have undergone. A lot of people just kind of parrot information with no ground to stand on, with nothing to back it up. It's just, well, this is what my friend told me, so they just kind of repeat the narrative without them really having any source of information or any kind of, validity to their belief system. And our thoughts can do the same things with us. We can, we let them control us, and they run away with, these crazy thoughts in our head about this is how it is. And in all truth, we are divine creators, and we can create change. We can shift our belief systems. We can always start again. We're never stuck. We can always find a path to go forward, to move forward. And we're the source of the change. You can always choose to do something differently, to make that shift. Nothing is ever hopeless. Inner strength, yeah, okay. It takes a little bit of courage. It says your intuition thrives on inner strength. Trust yourself more. Trust in your ability to become who you are meant to be. It takes a little courage. It is hard to stand up against the, the social conditionings, the peer pressure to be like everyone else and conform and do what everybody else says and live the way that everybody else says that this is the way we're meant to live and this is what the social norm is. To have that courage to say, well, y'all can all jump off the bridge because everybody else is jumping off the bridge, but I'm not. For me, that doesn't look like fun. This is what resonates for me. This is fun for me, and I don't really care what you all think. I don't need your approval. I love myself. I'm living for me. This is my life, and I'm going to make choices that make me happy because this is what's in alignment with my soul. I'm here to bring in this type of energy, to be an example of change, to be an example of honoring your truth and standing up for yourself and honoring the differences that we all have, because that's what makes the rainbow, is these different, reflections of light, not just the same color spectrum. We're meant to be different. We're meant to share ideas. We're meant to express our creativity. That's what makes it so colorful and so beautiful, because there's so many different ways of doing things and different ways of seeing things. And people who are like you, need leaders. They need people to stand up and show them that it's okay to be different. It's okay to see things from this perspective, to have a love and a desire and a passion to create this type of art, or to make this type of food, or to blend these two types of creations together and fuse some type of new creation, And it takes you to be in your strength, to tap into that warrior energy, to stand up for yourself, to stand up for your beliefs, stand up for your right to be and to exist, and to honor and own your unique beauty, your unique type of love, your unique vibration, your soul song, what makes you you. Maybe you've made mistakes in the past and you still blame yourself or beat yourself up for them. And a lot of us do that. You're not alone in that. It's sad that we do that to ourselves, where we don't allow ourselves to make a mistake and to grow and to learn that's who I was in my past, and that was the choice that I made, and it wasn't the best choice. At the time, I thought that was the best choice. I didn't know that I could choose in a different way, and at the time, this is where my emotions were. This is where my mind was. This is the consciousness and the awareness that I had, and, that's what made me today. So I love me. I forgive myself for making those choices, but I had to learn from my mistakes and to stand in that, and it's okay, and to love yourself regardless. If this was your child who was making a mistake, would you hold them to this place that you're holding yourself, or you're not forgivable and you're not allowed to make a mistake, and that you're forever to be punished or to be ignored and not to shine? No, you would want them to forgive themselves and to move forward and keep going and growing and loving yourself. So it's like learning to talk to yourself in that same way that you would talk to a little child. And it's bringing that inner child that comfort, where I see you, I honor you, I hear you, I respect you, and I love you, and I'm going to let your light shine. That little spark that you carry within you needs to grow and needs to be nurtured, so that it can light the way for others. And it does take courage and strength. We have the void. This is creating, like going within, going into that inner space. The void represents nothing, but yet everything at the same time. This is the place of creation and germination, the mother's womb, where all things are born. And so, but it's also can connect us to our mind and to our heart. Our mind is like the potential for all imagination. and what you can imagine, what you perceive, you know, they can all exist. It's just our point of view and our perception. And so it's shifting the way that we see things, and it's going in, and all the things that haven't been working in your life, all that self-criticism, all that judgment, they need to be cleansed and healed and return to like the soil for cleansing, for healing, for grounding, to transmute so that they can be born, so that you can replace those seeds that you've been nurturing and replace them with seeds that are more loving, more caring, more beneficial for your growth and moving forward, more accepting, more loving, more compassionate, those types of energies. That's what you need to be learning to nurture, right? Those are the seeds that you need to be planting. And from nothing can become something. So whereas it appears that sometimes maybe you have, some of you may have been on this healing journey where you've been healing the self-criticism and you've been spending time nurturing yourself, you've been meditating, you've been connecting to your inner child and healing that version of yourself, and you're now coming into alignment with your truth, you know, and standing strong in that truth, anchoring that your higher self here into the present moment, right? And you've been seeing how that these narratives, these stories have been controlling you and holding you back. And now you're more aware, you're able to stare into the shadows, into the darkness, and understand where they come from. You have no fear. You're able to tap into your strength, and you're able to go into the shadows and understand them. You know, you're not afraid to go into the dark. So there's several different messages here. Just take which one resonates with you, where you are in the path at this moment. But there's several. This is a collective reading, so there's different souls tuning into this reading. Take which one resonates with you and lovingly leave the rest. But some of you are coming into alignment here on your path, and you're coming into your strength, standing up, standing in your own. But some of you, again, are being told to shift your thoughts, shift your inner narrative, and to stand up for yourself and stand up for your right to become who you are meant to be. And it's up to you to shift your perception and to be strong and to have the courage to face your fears, to face your shadows. Where this come from? Where does this come from? Where did it originate from? And a lot of times it is our childhood. It's always our childhood. So it's going back to those moments where you decided at that moment in time that you weren't good enough and that you didn't feel safe being who you are, and then reclaiming that part of your soul and nurturing that young child so that it does feel safe to become and to be who it has always been meant to become and be. We have Mars. All right, yes. Take that action. Stand up for yourself. You have every right to become who you are meant to be. You know, to shine your light, to be that beautiful soul that you know is just hiding inside of there in the dark that's been so repressed. And it's so sad because I feel such a connection to that. I was bullied. I was picked on when I was younger, and I didn't feel good enough. I didn't feel safe expressing myself. I had a lot of different perspectives than my peers did, so I didn't quite feel like I belonged. I didn't agree to all the social, you know, the socially accepted, like, this is what is the cool kid, you know, and there was levels and classes of what people tried to lump themselves into, and, you know, I never did. I always got along with everyone. I didn't try to shove myself into, you know, a jock or a cheerleader or the goths or the rednecks or anything like that. I kind of had friends in all the different areas, and I never tried to claim anything as this is my identity. You know, I just kind of was never one to limit myself in any kind of way. And I feel like some people end up limiting themselves when they try to just, you know, fit themselves into a box and into a mold and say, you know, yep, I'm one of them, just to fit in and blend in and hide and put on that mask. And now is the time for you to take that mask off and to become your true self, to begin a new journey, to enter into this space of fostering these seeds of growth and love and support and self-care and self-love, self-validation. This is the cycle that you're stepping into. And so those of you who have already been on the path and you're awakening up to your true self, to your strength, standing in your power, let's see what messages are coming forward for you. We have the warrior. Look at that. I mean, look at how strong you are. Look at this rainbow light. And it's so funny. There's like this connection that's being made from the past and the future. And there's this healing energy that's taking place. And this is the old version of you. It's the shedding of the skin. Oh my goodness. And this is the year of the snake. So this year, those of you tuning into this reading, you're going to be standing in your truth, into your strength, finding your strength to stand in your truth, to stand up for yourself, to honor who you are, honor your wisdom, having a whole new perspective. And this is a card number 10. It's the end of the old cycle, the space in between the cycles, right before the new beginning takes place. Yay! All right, so some of you, those of you who's been on this healing journey, you're in the void space, and it's the space before the creation, right? So you're in the space of shedding the past, of letting the old go, letting the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you see yourself. You're in the cleansing process, right? And there's you're going to be receiving downloads of information, like lots of passion, excitement, inspiration is going to be coming in for you. The warrior. Ooh, look, we have the bridge. Look at this light, this rainbow light. Yeah, and see, look, it's the younger version of you, your inner child, and the adult version of you, where you're learning to discipline the mind, which is the child, and the heart, disciplining the mind and the heart, where you're finding that connection, healing the inner child. Ooh, my heart. Sending lots of love to you, pile number 1. I've been through this before, and it's not to say that we only go through it once. There's this constant reconnection and bridge that we form from our past and our present moment, right? So it's the physical and the spiritual. It's our immature mind and our mature heart. It's our younger self and our older self, finding that connection, reconnecting and bringing that healing, loving, mothering, parental type energy to your younger child, where the version of you that didn't feel like your needs were being met, you are becoming that warrior self, standing up for yourself, standing up for your truth, and honoring who you are. Beautiful. Okay, these are the Dragon Rider deck cards here. We have Abundance. Ceres and Bond are we have Ceres is the goddess and Bond is the dragon. Abundance, variety, and happiness are making their way into your life. The time of harvest has arrived, and it's a card number 1. So in this new beginning, you're going to have so much abundance, and abundance can come in material forms such as money and prosperity, but it can also be like the love that you have for yourself and your confidence. And we have the solar plexus chakra right here. And it's giving you that confidence to stand up for yourself, to shine your light, to honor your truth, to honor your wisdom. Look, and then we have these beautiful roses on here, this crown on top of her head, where you just feel filled with light, filled with love for yourself, filled with peace and happiness. You know, you're going to be receiving the rewards for all the hard work that you've put into working on yourself. Okay. I had to pause the video because I had the guineas outside the window and they were getting a little too loud for my liking. Okay, so yeah, this abundance is going to come in. These new seeds that you've been germinating in the soil, new ideas, inspiration, your passions, you know, they're going to bring in so much abundance and happiness for you. All right, we have Aradia and Nis. Beautiful colors. All right, we have Aradia has spoken. Your inner servitude is over. Your beliefs and dependencies are melting away. I am awakening the magic that will free you. Know that freedom begins in thoughts. Ooh, I love that. So this is, for me, I felt the violet flame coming through here. Working with the violet flame to help cleanse and purify your thoughts, the past, the old versions of you. And then we also have the solar plexus and the crown chakra coming out. And this is our physical mind and our spiritual mind, right? So it's having that mastery over our physical mind, where we have the perceptions, false perceptions. This is also our taming the ego, facing your fears, becoming that warrior who can hunt down the fears so that we can understand them. It's taming the demons, you know. But it's also, it's disciplining the younger child and nurturing that younger child. So to bring in that healing energy so you can be freed from the past, being freed from the old belief systems, the old ways of seeing things, the old ways of seeing yourself and seeing the past situations, where now you can stand in your truth, you can shine your light, you can become that beautiful, you know, spirit, that beautiful soul that feels so connected to their truth, that nobody's judgments or criticisms are going to turn you away from shining your light. That's their perspective. I don't need your approval. This is what radiates from my soul. This is my truth. I'm meant to shine this light, to light a torch for others, to follow the path behind me so that they can feel, you know, complete and whole within themselves, and that they can honor who they really are, who they truly are, without feeling like they need to hide or be ashamed for being this beautiful, unique creation. Alright, I have another message I want to give to you from the guardian angels. I'm going to see which deck we want to use, though. Give me just a moment. Okay. Some final messages for pile number 3 from their guardian angels. I don't want to do too long of a message today because I have a couple more to go through. Pile number 1, please. Messages from the guardian angels of pile number 1. We have return to heart. I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul, the present moment. I calm my thoughts. I focus on my heart and find space to be where my light and greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. The more that you work on healing those thoughts, the more centered you're going to feel in your heart space, so that anytime you have any kind of fear or a memory come up for you, you'll be able to stand in your truth and your strength and remember who you are, to remember your tools, to remember to connect and tap into that heart space to love yourself, to calm that fear, to understand where that fear comes from, and to bring that fear understanding and compassion, so that it understands that that fear comes from a valid place from your childhood, but it is not true. It's not the reality that you're living in at the moment. You're in charge now. You can control your thoughts. You're allowed to express yourself and what feels true to you. That's not to say as to do things out of spite of other people or to hurt another person because that's what feels good to you. I mean, if it does, there's some more healing that needs to take place, right? But I'm not saying that you're that type of person. But, you know, there's all kinds of people who like to spin people's words around. But when we do things from a place of love and from a place of knowing that this is what's the right thing to do, for all parties involved, you know, that's having that complete faith, trust, and connection in yourself. And that is what you're being asked to have. And that's what you will create for yourself once the mind starts learning to trust the heart, right? And if our mind is part of our younger self, you know, our fears we create them from our childhood. And when we learn how to heal them and mature them, they're no longer controlling us. We become completely secure. Okay, I wanted to get you these little messages from your guardian angels. So we have Star, believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover that you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always inwards, love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget that you are a true shining star. Look at that. You're going to be shining that beautiful bright light. You are meant to shine that light. You are a star. Believe in yourself. Love yourself. You know, love illuminates the fear. Okay, your final message is surrender. Remain positive about the future of our planet, for all is a part of humanity's evolution. There is a divine order to all the there is a divine order to all the chaos which you perceive in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all that is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. Okay, so this is about letting go of trying to control others, or have any kind of fear about, you know, the planet and society. Everything is moving along a certain pattern and path, just as you are. And everybody will wake up when it's their time to wake up. And you're waking up now. You're being asked to heal your fears. And the work that you do on yourself is our gift to the planet, to the collective. And it inspires others to wake up and do their healing too. So the more that you can heal your own fears, you will heal the generations that have come before you, and you will heal the generations that are coming after you in your bloodline. So the work that you're doing is going to help heal the planet and heal the collective. So just know that everything that you are doing is for the benefit of all, and to focus on yourself and your healing journey. And that is where you're being guided to do the most work at this moment in time. So those are your messages from your guardian angels. Thank you so much for being here, pile number one. If this reading resonated with you and you feel like sharing your story below in the comments, I'd love to read your comment, or just send me an emoji, or let me know that pile number one was your reading. Thank you all so much. I'm sending you lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. So these are messages from your guardian angels. You were drawn to the owl, as well as this card here. So we have guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love. Regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do, from your soul's perspective, there is neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. Oh, I love that. And I love that it's paired with the owl here, because it's about perspective. It's about how you see things, how you observe your choices. And I definitely feel like there's a little bit of a connection between 1 and 2 here. So if you feel like you've made, it's also about making choices here. So how you choose to see things, how you choose to experience life, and seeing that everything, we're given an option to make a choice like every second. We choose what time we want to get up, depending on the job that you're at. You choose what clothes you're going to wear. You choose what you're going to eat that day, which lane, which car you buy, all those types of things. We make constant choices all the time. And sometimes we can perceive some of our choices as mistakes. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. And if we do see them as in that way, in that light, there are always opportunities to make another choice. And we're always learning through those choices. So the angels are telling you that there is no right or wrong in that sense. It is, and seeing things in a way that every choice is going to teach you some type of lesson. You're going to be always learning through the experience. And so not to have guilt because maybe some of our choices maybe affected other people in a negative way, or the outcome didn't come about the way you predicted. It's learning that you can make choices, and sometimes our choices are can create mistakes. And if there's somebody that you may have hurt in your choice and your decisions, you are always given the opportunity. There's always a choice to apologize, to make amends, to make a different choice. You can always try to correct whatever it is that you feel may have hurt another individual, but there is always that option. And that's the thing, we are always given options to choose, and that we're never limited and we're never stuck. Everything is always there to help expand our awareness, to expand our heart, and to offer up an experience that we are here actually to receive, to enjoy, to participate in. All right, let's see what other messages we have. We have balance and harmony. Inner balance amplifies intuition. Stay in harmony with yourself. See, and look, she's holding the scales here, and it is about choice, right? Weighing our options. And perhaps some of these choices, sometimes we can make them out of haste, out of reaction, without pausing and reflecting before we make the choice. And a lot of that comes from, anger, or sometimes we feel like we have no other choice, and that we're forced to make a decision that maybe we weren't too happy with. And we can try to blame ourselves and shame ourselves and put ourselves down. But there is always another choice, and sometimes we may perceive that there isn't a choice, but there really truly is always a choice. And to honor that I made this choice, because for me it was the best decision at the time. And now looking back, I see that I did have another choice, but that was the choice I made. And that's what you have to be comfortable doing, is honoring that version of yourself who did make that choice, and to have forgiveness for yourself for perceiving things the way that you did. But that's who you were, that's where your mindset was, that was your level of awareness and perception, and to make peace with that, so that you can move forward with more confidence in yourself. And now you have more awareness and more perspective, so that you know you can always try to see things, try to work your angles around and perceive things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. Just like the owl. The owl can move its head and like a 360-degree axis. You know, they're always looking and observing the environment around them, looking for the best flight path. They can also perceive things in the dark, so they can see both sides of the spectrum. They can see in the light and the day, and it's weighing out the options and seeing that you do have a choice, right? And even look to see the choice that's not being offered up. You know, is there another choice? Because we have a third path here. We have the past and the forward, but we also have the present moment. So there may be something that you're not perceiving, that you're not seeing. And we have this sensory awareness here. Yeah, I feel like there's something that you're not seeing yet. Heighten your sensory awareness. It supports your intuitive flow. So I feel like there's something being offered to you that you might not be able to perceive at the moment. Let me make sure these are on camera for you guys. Let's see what else we have. You have guardian angel. Okay, so the guardian angels are letting you know that they are here in your reading. Your guardian angel watches over you, offering protection and support. We have clarity in chaos. In chaos, your intuition brings clarity. Trust it. You're being asked to lean more into your heart space and to trust your intuition, to allow your intuition to guide you moving forward. Listen to your heart, because your heart's trying to guide you in a direction that's going to be more beneficial for, you know, you and others. And sometimes we tend to listen to the logical and move from that space, but sometimes the logical is what we end up regretting later on, because we knew in our gut and our instincts and our intuition was telling us this, but we ignored it and we went with what our mind was telling us. And that's where we can get into, you know, these situations where we end up having regret, or we feel guilty because I knew I shouldn't have done that, and that I should have made this choice. And instead we act from a place of our mind, where sometimes we act from a place of fear versus acting on our intuition and our instinct. And our instinct is our natural guiding system. It's always trying to lead us in the right direction, to our chosen path, to our chosen destiny. And sometimes we let our mind get in the way, and it overrides that system, because we try to see things from that mind, you know, linear perspective, instead of listening to our natural instincts that are there to help guide us. You know, just like animals, they follow their instincts, and it's what saves their lives, you know. Ooh, speaking of animal instincts, look at that. We have antimony, and this is about the gray wolf here. So it's also about perspective and the way that we see things, where we can allow our shadow to control us, to rule us, or we can choose to act on our intuition, to act on our instinct, to act on our passions and the things that we desire and what we want to create, or we allow our fear and our shadows to control us and dictate, you know, our lives. And it's about making that choice, you know. It's not the black wolf or the white wolf, it's the gray wolf. It's seeing that middle path where you can use your fears as fuel, to fuel the passions, to fuel the way forward. And it's befriending the shadows, befriending our fear, understanding why we made certain choices, and accepting that and honoring that version of ourselves that felt that this was what was necessary for my highest growth, for my soul growth. I needed to learn this lesson. I had to go through this experience because there were tools that I needed to collect so I could move forward on the path, right? And it's having that acceptance of yourself, loving yourself, seeing what's being offered in every moment. You know, you're always being shown and you're always being guided by your higher self, by your guardian angels, by your spirit guides. You know, they're always trying to direct you and give you insight, give you guidance and support. And sometimes we allow our fears to control us, and that's where sometimes we fall short, because we run from our fears. We allow our fears to control us, and sometimes we don't even know and understand where these fears come from. And that comes from doing the work. When we acknowledge that I'm responding and reacting from fear right now, I'm not actually responding from a place of clarity and truth and understanding. I'm actually responding from a fear or my worries, and trying to understand where they come from and why I feel this way. And so that when we get in there and try to understand ourselves better, and we make that full connection, we will receive clarity. We will know where this comes from, the source of this feeling or this emotion. You know, it comes from this. And when you acknowledge where it comes from, the source of it, that's when you can gain clarity, where you gain power. You learn how to discipline it, because it's not being like, you know, chaotic and just coming in and controlling you, and you're just being reactive, you know, and just allowing these thoughts to take control. You end up learning how to discipline the mind and learning how to control those thoughts by understanding where they come from. And then you can then become the person who dictates, you know, when that fear comes up, you're allowed to soothe that fear, acknowledge that it's there, where it comes from, and then redirect it. This is the path I want to take. This is what we're going to do moving forward. And it's not gaslighting yourself. You have to comfort yourself and nurture yourself and love yourself and offer that support, offer protection. You know, I'm not going to allow that to happen. We're going to act from this space of intuition, and my instincts say to do this, you know, and trusting yourself that you are going to make the right choice moving forward. And that's where, you know, you will find your balance and your harmony there. Ooh, you have the blue temple. This is so wow. So this is also about perspective and, you know, our choices, because we can choose to see things from a higher perspective, right? Or we can, you know, it's, you know, the blues, singing the blues, seeing things from a lower perspective, you know, and that sadness. It's also about connecting to the higher realms. You know, the blue temple is a connection to the celestial realms. It's a healing temple. It offers insight and truth, but it can also, you know, depending on how it's being used, you know, sadness and, you know, the blues, singing the blues, you know, being depressed and lonely, those types of energy. So it's all about perspective shift here. Being able to choose what you would like to create. You know, what do you want to create for your life? You want to see things from a negative perspective, and allowing that negative perspective to control you and dictate how you continually live your life, living in the past, you know, of regret, of feeling ashamed? Or do you want to have, you know, self-acceptance of, you know, well, those were the choices that I made and I was young, or, you know, I was hurt, I was in pain, I was reactive, or this is what I was taught, you know, from my family, and, you know, I'm going to accept and honor that's who I was, and it was part of my journey. But I have the ability to make the choice now, and to step into my truth, and to choose my path moving forward now, and to see things from a different perspective, and to open myself up to perceiving and seeing things in a different way, and learning how to discipline, you know, that voice or those thoughts that come up that want to try and control you or keep you trapped in the past. We have the fog. Oh, and I love this. Okay, so we can see this also. This is about perspective, right? Learning how to see things in different angles and see them in different ways. And this is the art of alchemy. This is all about duality and polarity here. So we have the fog, and the fog, you know, it's very hard to see and navigate through fog. You know, it's very dense, but it's also at the same time very airy, you know, so it's like heavy, dense air, which is kind of wild to think about, right? But it's hard to navigate through it because there's not a lot of clarity, right? You can't see through it all the time. But it's also, you know, we have the nebula here, and you think about how stars are formed, right? It's all a bunch of gases and different types of elements and things that are moving around until eventually they form a star. There's this explosion that happens and creation begins. You know, it's that beautiful new beginning. So when we don't have clarity, it can seem like we're in a, you know, fog, or we feel very spacey and we're lost. We don't know where we're going, what we're doing. And then all of a sudden, the fog starts to dissipate and we can see things clearly, you know, and we have this new perspective. So we're not blocked and our vision's not, you know, skewed anymore. We can see things with clarity. And then something new starts to take place. You know, this whole new beginning, like more light can get through. We're not burdened by the past. We're not, you know, having all these shadows and these fears and this darkness come up that's preventing us from seeing the light ahead and moving forward. Because we've sat in our darkness. We tried to understand it, see where it comes from. And we learn how to navigate through the darkness. And then eventually we start to see things with more clarity. So there's something, that perspective that's hiding from you. Ooh, we have the king. Nice. This is about you being king of the castle. You know, you standing in the truth. You deciding what your thoughts are. You deciding how you want to perceive things. What you want to let rule you, so to say. You want to let your past dictate who you are today, or do you want to stand up for yourself and honor your truth and to become that, you know, leader that lights a path for others, you know, that has something to offer others who may have had similar experiences, you know, where they may have perceived the choice that they made and feel so upset and so, you know, feel so guilty that their choices, you know, had this type of effect, and, you know, they've let it be something that has controlled them and prevented them from moving forward and, you know, living a happy, healthy, peaceful life because of this mistake that they made in their life, you know. And you're being asked to become the king of the castle, to make choices to move forward, you know, to heal the path that you've been on, to make honorable choices, to see things from a lighter perspective, a higher perspective, not to allow the shadows and the sadness to overcome you, to stand up, to honor your light, to honor your truth, to become that warrior, you know, not to succumb to the sadness and the depression and the fears and the blues, to take back your power. Ooh, we have the creator. Yes, you are a creator. You're creating your life through your belief systems, right? Through how you perceive and see things. You are creating. You are the creator. You are the king of the castle. And at the moment, you may be choosing to see things from a better perspective, to heal Some of you may be stuck in this place of feeling guilt and that you deserve to be punished. And unfortunately, that's sometimes our mindset, that, you know, I made a mistake and now that I have to suffer the consequences. But for how long? You know, how long do you deserve to be punished? Because you're the one who's punishing yourself. And if an individual that's no longer in your life and you feel like there's a way to reconcile or to, you know, make peace, then you can choose to do so. You can choose to write them a letter or to reach out and, you know, to be okay if they're not ready, if they don't accept. You know, it's something that you're doing for yourself so that you can move forward here, so that you can take your power back and start creating the life that you want to live, that you want to exist in, to bring back your happiness, to bring back your peace, to be okay, to be confident in your choices moving forward, and to trust yourself that you can make appropriate choices moving forward. Support is being offered here. You're being offered a new perspective, okay? All right, we have the Dragon Riders, and their message for you is life on Earth is a heroic journey. Mastering the visible and the earthly is as important as mastering the invisible and the mystic, okay? So mastering the earth realm and the spiritual realm, mastering the seen and the unseen, right? And you're being asked to master the unseen energies that are in your mind, because right now your mind is seeing things and keeping you in a place where you don't feel worthy and that you don't feel good enough, and that you need to feel ashamed or feel guilty in some kind of way. And you're being offered this love, this guidance, this protection, this way of seeing things in a different perspective, to see that all things happen for a reason, and they were always given an opportunity to make a choice and to choose again and to create something new. We have the cat. This is a Joker card. It's time to take action. You are now in urgent need of structure, order, and clarity. Yes. This is you becoming the master of your mind, to disciplining your mind. And we have Merlin and Liliana. Love yourself just as you are. You are amazing. And be opening up to all of your different lives. You will become the sum of them. Ooh, I love that. So yes, you are the sum of everything that you have been through all of your choices, through all of your actions, everything that you've ever thought, felt, been through, overcome, you know, perceived as failures and everything. Everything has been there to teach you and to offer you an experience, to offer you wisdom, to offer you guidance. They're all tools. It's all information that you've been gathering along your path. So don't see them as failures. Just see them as lessons that you've taken several different classes. Some of the classes, you know, were very hard and were difficult, and maybe you didn't get the best grade, but you can take them again and you can choose differently this time, okay? And you can pass the test. You can ace that experience. See that you are collecting tools, and sometimes, you know, we don't get the best grades in some of the classes, but we can see things from a different perspective, and that's how we move forward. That's how we learn to ace that class now, because in the past, this is how I handled it, and this is what I chose to do. But this time around, I'm going to do this, and that's where you heal, you evolve, you move forward, you step into your light, you step into your wisdom, you step into your confidence, and become the king of your castle, of your experience. Become the master of your creation. Pile number 2. Final messages for pile number 2, please. I love that. You know, the little cat with the crown on its head, you know. We all begin somewhere. And we all don't start out as masters. We are all you know, young minds, beginner minds. So we're all learning through our experiences. So we don't need to shame ourselves because we make a mistake or because we don't know something, or and in our choices we messed up, you know. It's picking yourself back up and trying again. And don't let this be the thing that defeats you or dictates how, you know, happy you're going to live your life. You know, you can always choose to create something new for yourself. Okay, we have guidance. In times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me to the light in my being. I am directed to doors that will open inner freedom to me and step forward in trust. I release my fate to God, and my faith is rewarded. So this is you having trust and having faith that you are being guided on the path moving forward, right? You can always ask your guides. You can always ask God, you know, the higher creator, whoever you believe in, to guide you on the steps moving forward, you know, and tune into your heart space to hear the messages, you know, and be open to perceiving them. And you know, nature, Mother Nature communicates to us. She's a reflection of the spiritual realm so that we can connect and tune in and receive messages through her, you know, her her wisdom, her animal guides, the trees, through nature. You know, nature's always communicating to us, and that is a resource that our angels, our spirit guides, our soul family connects to us, okay? Alright, I'm going to get some more of these. Dang it. I'm trying to get these all on camera so y'all can see them all. Alright. Whoa. Okay, so we have 3 guardian angels. Oh no, there's 5. Alright, special messages for you. Okay, we have compassion. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing that you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel that you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. Ooh, I love this confirmation. You need to love yourself. Okay. We have prayer. Dear guardian angel, to you, okay, so this is something that you can, it's a prayer that's being offered to you to say to your angels whenever you feel in need, okay? So here's the prayer. You can write this down, pause it, rewind it, and write it down and journal it for you so you can remember to say this when you need to. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to reign clarity. Oops. When I'm lost, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see order. Thank you. I love it. All right. Ooh, here's another prayer. Wow, there's 3 prayer cards in this deck, so and you have 2 of them coming out in your reading. Alright, this prayer says, Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. Help me to live fully within each precious moment. Right? And feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. Oh, these are beautiful prayers, and I feel like they're going to help you so much so that you can move forward and you can release this and let it go so that you can feel more confident moving forward. We have balance. Difference is a necessary part of human evolution. And everything in life is comprised of opposites, which together make life whole. If you light a candle in a room already flooded with light, the light of your candle would be indistinguishable from the light which already exists. Because of darkness, we are able to perceive light. Both are necessary. I love that this is coming out because I was speaking about the duality and the polarity. We have to go through the dark in order to experience the light, to even perceive the light and understand and know what it is. And so when we go through these experiences where we make choices and we make them from a place of unknowing, we're in the dark. We don't know, we can't perceive the potential outcome of what this is going to create in the future, right? We don't have that light, we don't have that clarity, we don't have that conscious awareness yet until we get to that part of ourselves, until we grow and age and mature. And now we have this perspective and we have this awareness, we have this information, and now we look back on the past and now you're shaming yourself from acting from a place of unknowing, of being in the dark and not, you made the best choice with the awareness that you had in that moment, and it's learning to perceive things from that way, learning that we have to experience the opposite of what it is we want to achieve, and of what we want to learn and what we want to experience. In order to appreciate that experience, we have to have the opposite of the one we don't want, so that we know the one that we do. So it's like learning, the types of love that we don't like, that we don't feel good in, that doesn't make us feel, safe and protected, in order to know what safe and protected and love looks like, right? It's understanding the dichotomy of both of them. Oh my God, there's a cat fight out my window. All right. Oh my goodness. Let me get to your last card and then we'll close out your reading. We have positive change. Dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated and understood in their own lifetime, yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. Oh, that's beautiful. It's about being true to yourself, honoring who you are, honoring your beauty, honoring your uniqueness, honoring your own path, and realizing that you are deserving, that you are worthy to love yourself, forgive yourself, appreciate yourself, find your confidence, find your compassion for yourself, pile number 2. And remember to say these prayers. Tune into your guardian angels anytime you're feeling the past or the fear or the angst rising up within you, Embrace your shadow, understand where they come from, understand your fears, understand where that guilt originates from, but don't allow it to dictate your path moving forward. Stand up for yourself, honor who you are, become the king of your castle, and create something new for yourself. Change those thoughts, change that perspective. Don't continually live in the past of regret. Move forward and become more present in the moment where you have the ability to choose and to create something new for yourself. And every time you feel that the past is coming up, allow yourself to forgive, to accept that experience, and then to redirect it to right here, right now, because this is my power, is in the here and the moment. And I forgive the past. I accept the past. That is what has made me the person I am today. And I lovingly accept all versions of myself. And today I'm going to create this moving forward. And this is the path forward, okay? All right, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if this reading resonated with you. If you feel like sharing your story, I would love to hear them. Until then, I will see you all in future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. These are messages from your guardian angels. And you were drawn to this pile with the dragon. Okay, your card says relax. There is plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light flowing from the eternal heart of God. I, your guardian angel, am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on that which is most important in life. Love. Ooh, I love that. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's place the dragon up here. Let's see what messages are going to come through. Images. Alright, we have inner knowing. Trust your inner wisdom. It will guide you on the right path. Okay, so you're being asked to trust right now that you are being guided. We have divine intervention. Divine interventions at work. Your intuition is the message. Soul connection. Connect deeply with your soul and discover your true self. Look at that. We have these two. So there's this connection with your inner child. And I feel like there's a connection with another individual here. So this may be a love reading. Maybe some of you have been looking for like a soulmate. And you're being asked to surrender and trust and know that you are being guided. You know, and allow source, everything to work out in divine timing here. Cosmic awareness. The cosmos speaks through your intuition. Stay open to its messages. Okay. Relax, inner knowing, divine intervention, soul connection, and cosmic awareness. Okay, so I feel like maybe you're going to be coming into contact with your soul family, a soulmate, maybe a best friend, maybe part of your soul tribe. Somebody's coming into your life, okay? There's going to be some information that comes in, or there's going to be some kind of exchange of information, maybe light codes, maybe love. I feel like, yeah. Alright, let's see what else we have. We have the Earth's Heart. Okay, so I feel like you're being asked to ground some information here. Connect to your heart space. Listening to your heart, being guided by your heart. Your soul connection here. Let's see. Mystical sister. Yeah, this is about a friend, but it can also be, you know, a soul connection. Maybe you befriending yourself, healing your inner child. Mystical sister. I feel like there's, maybe you have somebody who's in your life who's been like your friend. There's somebody who comforts you. They listen to you. They allow you to feel like yourself, to be yourself. Yeah, there's like this soul connection that you have where you feel free to express yourself, to be who you really are. You know, like the core of your heart. Yeah, so okay, so there's several different messages coming out here. Some of you have either this is a friendship or this is a part of your soul tribe. This could be soulmate. Take what resonates for you. This could also be you having, those of you who relate to the twin flame. Yeah, this is about learning to trust and love yourself, as well as finding that person in your life that you can feel safe and feel free to be yourself. Or you can relax. Oh, we have the vow. Look at this. This is a contract. There's like a soul contract here. Soulmate, soul contract, soul tribe, somebody who's coming into your life. So there could be somebody who's coming into your life right now. You're just going to feel that connection. You're just going to know, instantly know that this is a soulmate, your soulmate, your twin flame. This could also be you making that vow and commitment to your inner child that you're always going to be there to provide, to connect, to stand up, to nurture, to love yourself, you know, to honor your truth, to honor who you are, to listen to your soul. But some of you, yeah, you're definitely coming into contact with your soulmate, a soul sister, from somebody who's meant to be in your life. You know, you're contracted to be in each other's life. You're meant to help grow and teach each other certain things, exchange of information, I feel. Maybe they're going to help you illuminate the dark, help you to, you know, transform your shadows, to make peace with the past, to comfort your inner child. The maiden. Alright, so for some of you, it's about young love. You know, it's the beginning of a love, the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of a relationship with yourself, the beginning of a relationship with this individual, with this friend, or with this soulmate, okay? And it's like young love. It's something that's going to bloom. You know, it's in the very beginning stages. Yeah, and what's number 8? This is a karmic connection here, but it is not one that is, you know, the negative karmic experiences. This is one that's going to help you illuminate your heart space and feel more safe and connected and more soul aware, more grounded in your truth, grounded in your heart. You will feel safe, you'll feel secure, you'll feel like you can relax. You know, it's this divine meeting. And with the sister and the maiden, it's some kind of, I'm getting a woman. There's some kind of woman here. A feminine energy. So if it's not a female, they have a lot of feminine energy where their energy comes off feminine, as in they feel very safe, they feel very nurturing, they feel very comforting. You know, they allow yourself to grow. They want to help you grow. So they don't necessarily have to be a female. They can be a male, but have a lot of nurturing, you know, compassionate energy that makes you feel safe, that makes you feel comforted, that allows your heart to bloom. And they're meant to be in your life. Okay. So these are from the Dragon Rider deck. And we have, open yourself to the gifts that life brings. Be grateful and patient, and you will receive all that you require. So you're being asked to surrender into the flow, to surrender to divine timing, to allow things to naturally occur and according to divine time. And sometimes we can get a little impatient. Maybe you've felt lonely on the path, and you know that there's a person out there for you, and you're just like, when's it going to happen? When am I going to meet my soul family? Or when am I going to have this connection? When am I going to find people who are like me? When am I going to find, you know, my partner in life, the person that makes me feel safe, that makes me feel like I can express myself, I can honor myself, and just, you know, feel loved and accepted. And we try to control that, or try to, you know, we get a little impatient, and you're being asked to just be centered in your heart space, be open to receiving, be patient, live in that space of gratitude, of inner knowing that your partner, that this meeting is going to take place, okay? You have a fresh wind is blowing into your life. Believe in your divine guidance and recognize all the gifts along your path. Yeah, you have this this rainbow here, and that's about blessings, you know, and I feel like it's also a bridge that's being connecting, that's forming between you and this individual. Okay, and then we have your talents will lead you to a great success. The time has come to allow your potential to awaken. Believe in yourself. Very nice. All right. Well, actually, let me put these down here. I was trying to get all of these in the reading here. So have trust in yourself, trust in your path, trust that you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. Your gifts, your talents are also going to be helping you in this connection here. And when you meet the person that's right for you, they just kind of like awaken a light within you. They inspire you, they make you feel safe, they encourage you, they give you more confidence in yourself, they encourage you to build, to create. And you're going to find that with this individual. And that's how you're going to know that this is it. This is that meeting, this is that person, this is my person, this is part of somebody who's in my soul family, they're my soul tribe, you know, or this is my soul mate, my twin flame, you know, you're just going to know. You will feel that connection, you know. Oh, ooh, what I love that we have the dragon coming out with the earth here, because dragons work, you know, with the grid lines and the ley lines, you know, they transform and they help activate. So I feel like this person is going to be very activating for you in your life. They're just going to spark a light within you, and they're going to make you bloom. They're going to make you shine. We have courage. I am stronger than fear and bigger than doubt. I am light, and I remain light. I trust in God and stand tall before the tests of life. I grow and become wiser through every challenge. I am a being of new life. Beautiful. I love that. So have courage. Being asked to stay in your heart space, stand tall. That you will overcome, and I feel like together you guys will overcome so much. And then we have peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. Yeah, I feel like this person is going to make you, is going to give you the courage to stand tall, to acknowledge your truth, to honor yourself, to make peace with the past, to have peace being in the present moment. You know, to have the courage to face any challenges that come along your way. Okay. Relax, have peace, make peace with the present moment, make peace with the past. You have a beautiful soul that's going to be stepping on your path soon, that's going to light up your life. They're going to remind you of who you are. Going to help you believe in yourself, believe in your gifts, believe in your talents, have courage, have confidence. All right, some final messages from the guardian angels of pile number 3. Okay, so you got 3 messages. We have rainbow. You are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold awaits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. Beautiful. So we have the blessing coming out here. You're about to be blessed with this connection. And this connection is being blessed by the heavens here. We have manifestation. Believe in yourself. Trust your instincts and follow your heart, for in doing so you shall manifest all your heart's desires. The life that you have for so long aspired to create will soon manifest. Congratulations. Alright, and last one we have self-criticism. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light. Even if at times you think you are less than perfect, remember that God and divine perfection exist in all things. Okay, so sometimes you may have a tendency to, like, blame yourself or criticize yourself for not being further along the path than you want, or because maybe you haven't found the one, or because of where you find yourself in, on the path at the current moment. And your angels want you to let that go and to trust that you're always being guided. You are where you are meant to be at all times. You are not behind. You are on the right path, and everything is unfolding at the correct timing, okay? And trust that everything happens for a reason, and that your blessings are coming in for you. This connection is coming in for you. Your manifestations will soon manifest for you on the path, okay? Believe in yourself. Believe in the guidance that you are receiving from your angels today, pile number 3. I feel like yours was probably the shortest reading because it was straight to the point. So thank you all so much for being here. If pile number 3 resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you feel like sharing your story, or just letting me know that pile number 3 was meant for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here and helping me grow my channel. Sending y'all lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.